All right, guys, welcome to our training. So, as you can see, kind of at the top there, we're talking about fake orders on your Volusion website. And I'm telling you, this will happen to 100% of you who set up a website on any platform, but specifically on Volusion. You will get fake orders that come into your account. In fact, those of you who are here with me right now live, those that do have one of these Volusion accounts, how many of you guys have had a fake order come through? I'll bet the majority of you. I'm seeing lots of yeses. Yeah, I bet every single one of you guys who've got a functioning site have had one. Or if you haven't yet, it's coming because it usually comes within a few weeks of working on your site. And the crazy thing is, they come even if the site's not totally launched. Okay? So I want to just warn you guys about them because I want to tell you why they come, who places these kind of orders, and how you can tell the difference between something that's legit and something that's fake. And it's not difficult, but I want to discuss it anyway. So let me just let's make a little list of things that you can look for. But before I do that, let me just show you inside of Volusion what maybe one of these fake orders would look like. Okay, so here's one right here. One thing you'll notice, I'm in a Volusion account, and let me just get my red pen so I can circle this. So I came up here to orders. I clicked on orders first, and then from orders, I selected process orders right here where my mouse is. So I went orders and then process orders. And then I was able to see my current orders in my Volusion account. Now, some of you guys have just sort of wandered onto this spot, right? Like you're busy adding products to your site. You haven't even launched it yet. You're just working on it, and all of a sudden you check this area and you see an order sitting there like this. And you're thinking to yourself, what in the world? I haven't even launched this thing. My coach told me my site's not even live. How are people placing orders? Okay, well, that's your first big tell. Okay, if you haven't done any marketing at all, right, like you haven't launched it, you haven't started to do any marketing, I can tell you with a surety, it's not a real order. People just don't stumble onto websites anymore. Years and years ago, right, this would have been like back when I first started in internet marketing, 10, 11, 12 years ago, one of my very first sites that I sort of just put up, I was just learning how to do sites at that point. I put it up and it was live on the internet, but I wasn't too worried because I was thinking, nah, nobody's going to find it. Well, somebody did, and I was actually getting orders placed. And they were real orders, and it surprised me, but at the same time it didn't, because back then things weren't nearly as competitive. If you created a website in a niche, a lot of times you just kind of got found. Well, that's different these days. If you create a website, even if your domain name, your .com, is live on the internet, it's highly, highly, highly unlikely that you're just going to get found by random customers. You have to be very deliberate in your marketing to get found. It's not the if you build it, they will come kind of mentality anymore. It's if you build it and you actively market your website, then real customers will come. So if you haven't gotten to that stage, if you're not in the marketing stage with your coach, whatever orders you're seeing come in here, I can almost guarantee are fake, unless, of course, they're from friends and family who you've told about the website, because otherwise nobody's going to know about it. Now, you might ask, well, wait a minute, how did this person here learn about the site? So you're seeing information on this person, and I don't mind showing this because this isn't real customer information. This is a known fake order. In fact, some of you guys may have gotten some orders from this person as well. This is a common fake order name. And none of this information is really legit. In fact, this comes from a marketing company. So there's internet marketing companies out there that really look for brand new published websites, because you guys are good targets for them to try to sell some sort of marketing service to. And they're usually not very good. And I'm not saying every other marketing company besides us isn't good at what they do. There's, of course, some good ones out there. But the ones that go after new websites that are sort of placing these fake orders, and the whole goal behind this is to try to get you to either contact them or like sometimes people will place fake orders hoping that you're just kind of a novice and you send out the product without them completing a payment. Because just because the order comes in here, and I want to make this real clear, just because you see an order here, it doesn't mean that they paid. Now real orders people will pay, right? And when you've launched your website with your coach and you've connected some payment processing to the site so people can use credit cards or PayPal, whenever you get an order, you'll have money sitting in your account. And that's your clue that it's a real order. These ones that come in here, these people haven't ever paid. And Volusion still records it as an order because they go all the way through the checkout process, but it doesn't mean they finalize the payment. So the number one way you can tell, and this is always a question I get, how do I know what's real and what's fake? It's very easy. If this order comes into my site today, this afternoon, for $29.99, I immediately log into my PayPal account and I do a quick check. And I make sure I've got $29.99 or something close to that. PayPal will usually deduct, a couple of small fees for the transaction, so it'll be something close to that. If that's not there, then the person didn't pay. And 99.9% of the time, if the person didn't pay, it's a fake order. So what do I do about that? Usually nothing, because you'll get enough of these that you'll know they're fake, and there's really nothing you can do to change that. Like that's part of business. You're going to get some fake orders. In fact, one of my clients now, she's been with me about 6 months with her website working on it. And of course she's gotten real orders, but over the course of that 6 months, she's had about 10 of these fake orders. And we always can tell, she and I've taught her how to do this, which is why I'm teaching you guys how to do this today. When the order comes in, standard practice, check your PayPal or check your bank account, make sure the money's there. Every time the money's not there, she immediately just deletes the order because it's not going to be a real order. In the past, I taught my clients to, look at the email, and maybe there was a mistake and they just couldn't process the order, and so my clients would email out, and a lot of times the emails wouldn't work, or the person would email back, but they would say, we were just testing out your site. We wanted to make sure it was working correctly. Can we set up a short consultation about, how your site is working so we can offer some advice? And I've had a few clients of mine fall for that, which, these people aren't really trying to give you advice. They're trying to get you on the phone to try to sell you something. So that's my fair warning to you. This is just a way for marketing companies to get in touch with you to sell you goods and services that you don't need. I don't think it's all that valuable then to send an email and ask if there was a problem with the order, because I'm 99.9% confident that it wasn't a real order. Okay. So just as we're talking here, let's make a point to make a couple of notes together. Okay. How to know if fake, right? Number one, did you actually get paid? Okay. Number two, have you started marketing or have you launched? Whoops. If not, it's fake, right? Number three, is it from a Washington state address? This is just one of the clues. Probably fake. I'm not saying all of you guys from Washington are placing fake orders, right? I've got clients from out there, but it's interesting. There are a lot of these marketing companies in the state of Washington. It's a hotbed for a lot of them, and some of them are fake orders, which is why you saw on the screen before that it was definitely a fake order. Okay, it was from a Washington address. What can you do about it? Nothing, right? There's really not anything you can do about this because you're just going to get these orders. Just don't be tricked, right? That's the big thing. Don't be tricked. Don't contact them. Like we said, check your PayPal account or wherever you're getting funds. Make sure the funds are actually there. That's how you know if these are real orders or not. Okay, and just realize it's part of doing business. Now, the question is how can you delete those orders? It's actually pretty easy to do. I don't know if I can show it to you here because I don't have an order. Well, actually, yeah, I can. I could show you how to delete this here. So what I would do, if you're looking at the screen, is you can come here to where it says status, and I can select cancel order. Or you can, you can classify it otherwise and do like a, I don't know, choose another category like awaiting payment or something. Now you'll use that category otherwise. No, I would probably just select cancel ordered, Bernice, and or cancel order, and that'll eliminate it. And then you won't have to worry about it. Like Volusion's always going to want to keep a record of this stuff, but if you just cancel those, then it won't show up in your new orders, and you can sort of out of sight, out of mind with this thing. Okay, that's probably how I would do it. So that's it, guys. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time. I just wanted to make you aware that this will happen. And then one other comment. Most of you guys will tell you to have some type of contact information on your website, just like any business would, right? Have an email at least. Some of you may have a phone number. Just realize that when you put your contact information on your site, because you're such a target for these marketing companies, that they'll probably try to contact you that way too, directly. And the big strategy they always use is they'll say something like, hey, we found some errors on your site, or hey, your site's not meeting Google requirements, or they'll make up something, true or not, and oftentimes not true, something to get you to reach back out to them so that they can set up their quote unquote free consultation, and they can just get you on the phone, because they feel like if they can get you on the phone, they can likely sell you something. And they'll tell you it's free. No, this doesn't cost any money, but it's a lead up to a sales pitch of some kind. So I'm just telling you this because I've gotten these calls many times before. My clients always get them, and I just want to save you guys the time. Like, I don't need a 45-minute pitch about something having to do with my website being broken and this company is going to fix it. It's not broken. And if it were, we would tell you. And likely, if there is some stuff that's wrong with it, we're already working on it with you, right? This is a freshly launched website, and often it's not even been launched, and they're giving you this kind of garbage. So don't panic if you get those kind of emails. Just know that that's sort of standard procedure, and understand why. Like, understand that if you're a brand new business on the internet with a brand new site, you're a good lead. You're a good target for someone wanting to sell you internet marketing stuff. It's just like a couple of years ago when we moved into our new house. It was in a new neighborhood, and we had pest control people and solar panel people and all, alarm systems and all that kind of stuff. Salespeople show up all the time. And why was that? Well, we were in a new neighborhood, and they looked at new neighborhoods as a big opportunity to sell those types of products, right? New homeowner, surely they need a security system. Surely they need pest control, right? So I get that. And that's the same reason why you're kind of a target for these companies, because you look like a good candidate to buy some marketing. So I know I've been a little repetitive, but that I just want to drive that point home so that you guys are protected and that you're not, wasting any money that you wouldn't have to. We've got your best interest at heart here. We want to see you guys save that money, and you're here. You've invested with us. We want to make sure you get good value out of that, and that's why I wanted to take some time and talk about that today. So, guys, thanks for being here. I hope that was helpful. If you've got any further questions, contact your coach, and we will see you all next time. More Volusion training next week coming up. Thanks for being here.